nani. The grammar of Totemo nani is mean that cannot possibly be or hardly something. In Japanese, when you use the grammar of Totemo nani, that means you can beginning by the Totemo and after that followed by some verb. But in verb in here you should change to be the negative form. As you see here, nai form. So what you have to remember, every time you use Totemo nani, that means you can use the verb only. But every time you use the Totemo, you should change the verb to be the negative form or the nai form, as you see here. And it has the meaning that cannot possibly be or hardly something. That means it's hard to do something. It's hard to do something to completely be something else. Or it's hard to change something to be another. So the next, we are going to see some example together to make more understand about how to use the grammar of Totemo nani. In here, our first example is say, そんなこと私にはとてもできない。そんなこと私にはとてもできない。Which means that there is no way I could do something like that. There is no way I could do something like that. As you see here, when they use the grammar Totemo nani, in here they use with the verb dekiru, right? Dekiru does mean you can do something, but when they change to be the nai form, so they can say Totemo dekinai. This means there's no way I could do something like that. That means it's hard to do something like that. The next example is the 20万円の携帯電話などとても買えない。20万円の携帯電話などとても買えない。Which means that there is no way I can buy something like 200,000 yen cell phone. There is no way I can buy something like 200 yen cell phone. In here they use the grammar Totemo with the verb kau. Kau is mean buy something. But when you change to be the nai form, you can say kaenai. Totemo kaenai. That means you cannot buy, or there is no way that you cannot buy because it's really, the price is really high, so you cannot buy, right? So in here they say 20万円の携帯電話など. This means the cell phone or the telephone that the cell phone that have the price about 20 or 200,000 yen. That means it's very high or it's really good product, so it had the price too high, so you cannot buy. That you can say Totemo kaenai for you only, right? Otherwise you don't know, so you cannot say something Totemo kaenai. Let's see the next example is that 彼女がせっかく作ってくれたから甘いものが嫌いなんてとても言えない。彼女がせっかく作ってくれたから甘いものが嫌いなんてとても言えない。Which means that since she went through the trouble of making it for me, I couldn't possibly tell her I don't like sweets. Since she went through the trouble of making it for me, I couldn't possibly tell her I don't like sweets. In this sentence, let's use the grammar totemo with the verb. You is means say. When you say something, you can say you. But when you change to be the knife form, you can say ianai. Ianai is mean you cannot say. You cannot say something like Totemo ianai, which means you cannot say something like that. As in this sentence, you will see that they say 彼女がせがく作ってくれたから甘いものが嫌いなんてとても言えない。Which means that she make some food for you, right? She made some food for you, but the food that is the sweet. But sometimes you don't like the sweet, but before they can make the food for you is they will got or she will got many trouble to make the good food for you. But so in the case like that, you cannot say that you don't like. So because before they will make completely for the food, they got many trouble, right? So you don't want to say, or you cannot say you don't like or you don't need. So in Japanese, in the case like that, you can say totemo ianai. That means even you like or you don't like, you should say you like because you think about another person's heart, right? The next example is say 一度にこんなにたくさんの単語はとても覚えられません。一度にこんなにたくさんの単語はとても覚えられません。Which means that I could not possibly memorize so much vocabulary at once. I could not possibly memorize so much vocabulary at once. In this sentence, you see that I use totemo with the verb oboeru, right? Oboeru means that you can memorize. But in here, we use the totemo, you should change to be the the knife form. But in the knife form or in the negative form, you can say totemo oboerarenai or totemo oboeraremasen has the same meaning. But raremasen is the polite form, but oboerarenai is mean not so polite. So you can say oboeraremasen or oboerarenai. That means you maybe somebody can memorize many vocabulary just one time, but for the normal people they cannot, right? They cannot memorize many vocabulary just one time. So in a case like this, just maybe some 1% in 100% can do something like this. So you can say totemo oboeraremasen, which means that you cannot, however you cannot, whatever you cannot do something like that. You cannot memorize so much vocabulary just one time, right? You have to take time by time, and to read to remember verb by verb from time to time, right? That is the normal person. But somebody is the genius, they can remember at once for many vocabulary together. So in Japanese, you can say totemo oboeraremasen, which means that you cannot. It's hard to remember many vocabulary